Okay, y'all. Praise Yahweh. We are going to get straight up into it. It's a lot of energy that is going in the atmosphere right now. I got another deck. I'm going to include some different energy in here with this today. I'm also going to try not to like move too much. I felt like yesterday, maybe some of my breath or something kind of was moving the candle a little bit. So I'm working harder on that today. All right. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull, okay, you guys may be familiar with this word. It's called chakra. Chakra is called, it's another language, and it's Sanskrit. And in Sanskrit, that word means wheel. Why do we got to say chakra? That's how it looks, like the meditating woman. We're not like going to call it that here on my channel. This is my YouTube. This is my world, and I get to say what I want and have shit go how I want. We're going to call it energy centers. Okay? Our energy centers. This is our book, y'all, where if we believe it, we achieve it, and we succeed it. Okay? I am working on a curriculum, 1:31 as I looked on the clock. I'm working on a curriculum, a school curriculum right now for the children, which we will have a school for the children. I'm sure your babies will be in attendance. So the energy centers we need to work on as a collective. That's what we're gonna call it. Like, okay, y'all, what is it? Is it our how about we just go and get into it and I'll give you an example so you can have an idea. This is the energy center that we're gonna need to work on and need to focus on in order for us to succeed, or in order for us to accomplish the energy that we're gonna have in our reading today. I said I'm trying to get better on that. I don't know how. The Lord will figure it out. You don't stress over shit you can't control. I can't control that damn fire. Hell, I got it lit. We're gonna listen to it if it flicker or if it talk to us, but I can't control when I shuffle and the fire wanna flicker and flame. I'm not about to stress over stuff like that. Okay, praise Yahweh. All right. If one doesn't fall, what I do is if I just do this a couple of times and I'm able to get like to the end of the deck successfully, I just flip it over. First base, okay? So the energy center that we need to work on is our root, okay? Our root is where we started, God. Our trust in God is where we need to work, is what we need to work on as a collective. That's including me. It says, I embrace courage, faith, and adaptability. That means change, as they are needed for me to overcome my fear of change or for the future. I regularly remind myself to be positive and open to possibilities, knowing that I am the creator of my own destiny. I embrace the warrior within me. I remind myself to be a warrior, not a warrior. I am not a victim. I feel the fear and I do it anyway. I am ready and eager to move forward. Selah. I choose not to say amen. Selah is Selah means it is said and it is so, versus just being in agreement. Amen is like, Selah is like, stamp that shit. You guys can feel free to pause, rewind, and write that down. That's a beautiful affirmation. I would like to include that with the energy we've been having of speaking up. Our readings have been saying that we need to speak up and what's going on. Don't be afraid. Don't fear or hold back. Yahweh got you. Yahweh is the only. God is one. Say that name, Yahweh, if you want to, and see how powerful and how shit starts to turn out. Did you hear that? The name Yahweh is also in the Bible. He is the covenant God of Israel. So it's only one name that it's ever even tried to give. And that's it. That's Yahweh. So we had a zodiac card. Y'all fall instantly. The numbers may be significant to you. What we have today, y'all, is Gemini. We have a Gemini air energy. All right. Gemini is the silent architect. They can be a little sneaky. That's okay, though. Okay? Because you can't always let the left know what the right is doing. But sneaky in a time like right now, what we got going on, let's look out for the Geminis, okay? I'm not coming for nobody. I keep it real. Speaks in code. Gemini speaks in motherfucking code. Them motherfuckers, hey, let me tell you something though. They are funny, okay? To me, Geminis crack me the fuck up. They're funny as fuck because I think they be thinking they smart, but they not. That's probably what's so funny about them to me. They are spell writers. These motherfuckers be saying shit and be trying to bring shit to fruition. I'm telling you. Who we got battling the architect, the silent architect right now is the Taurus. Okay? The guardian of the garden. The bull. All right? Taurus is an earth sign. They are protector. 618, as I just looked on the clock. One of my heavenly guardian mothers would be my Aunt Tina. She is a earth Taurus. It says builds altars from pain. Her favorite song to my aunt would be No Pain, No Gain. If it don't hurt, 5 this bitch a 10. Period, poo. But this can also be significant for somebody else. Those numbers can also be significant for you. It could be 5 days until something. It could be 10 days until something. 5 and 5 could be significant of a hand, palm, 10, letting you know that you do have the power in your hands to change something. Just take it as it resonates. We do stuff as the collective, y'all, so I can't help but to say what resonates with me. I make these tarot cards and my intuition out of my situation that I have going on right now. And however, I know once this energy goes around and this reading comes across somebody else, it's going to be right on time for you. That's just how God, Yahweh works. All right. That gets on my nerve. I can't wait until y'all gonna see us starting from the bottom, then we here. How quick he worked. Like, we gonna have a whole office set up. You hear me? A whole office is gonna be set up. Y'all, the bird talk fell again. We got some birds talking to us. The mailman. The mailman is an energy carrier. So the mailman, like, y'all could be delivering a message to somebody on your cell phone. You could be doing something right. You could start to be speaking some truths out and speaking some knowledge out. And then the mailman will run. Pay attention to that if that does happen to anybody, okay? That doesn't mean a bad thing. The mailman has to do his job. But y'all, this is World War III. This is spiritual. You don't need guns and shit like that. Your mind is a weapon. Your mind is very powerful. It's the most powerful thing that you got. Y'all, a lot of shit failed today. And so we got bird talk again. And then it says interference. So it looks like you may be trying to get some messages from the divine, from birds, and you're getting some type of interference. Notice too, when the birds talk, how their tweets be. So, not all birds are real. Some are watchers. Some are watchers. If you have, like, you hear a heavenly tweet and then you hear like a bark, bark, like, that's a spiritual interference. Those numbers can be significant to somebody too, y'all, for real. Because we got this one like 2 days in a row. All right. Mailman got to do his job. He got to do his job every day. But he comes in peace. He may got to do his job. He may have to do bullshit. 911, as I just looked on the clock. He may have to be a part of bullshit. He may carry a lot of luggage. He may be a bag lady. Hurting his back. All that shit he got to carry. But must do his job. War, y'all, just said we in World War III. If you see those signals, if you see that sign, those type of signals anywhere, y'all, even on a bag of chips, even on a case of pop, that means you got somebody's targeting you somewhere. Also, if you deliver a message, like I said, and then the mailman comes and delivers you, he got to do his job. But that's energy. That's because somebody's trying to come back to you and send a shot because you putting out the truth, or you did something that you had to do. All right. It says protection ritual. Someone is targeting you secretly. Like I said, look on your pop. Look on your case of pop. Look on your bag of chips. Y'all, you going to see that. You going to see that. Are you going to see it on something in your kitchen that you just bought? 314 pi, that could be significant. March 14th could be significant, or 314. Everything starts with pi. That is a part of sacred geometry, which is one of my subjects that I just absolutely love. All right, it says change up your foods. I just said, y'all, you're being targeted. This is World War III. So you're being targeted through your food and what you eat. What you eat, you are what you eat. All right. Look at the stuff on your food. Start eating some fruit. When you come home too, take your fruit out of the packaging, y'all. Put it in a motherfucking bowl. Rinse that shit off. Put it in a bowl. Don't leave it in the container, because that's how when you go to the store and then you come home, the energy is still on you. Right hand of God. I'm not here to lie. Here, hell, I'm not here to lie. 11:11, as I just looked at, at the time on my clock. It says you are what you eat. 39 and 93 could be significant to somebody. We need to do a fast and do a fruit or water fast. My 7 days of atonement is starting tonight, because the night and the day are the first day, is how it works in Bible. So the days work opposite. How we wake up in the morning, we say that's the day. No, the day doesn't start until the night. My 7 days of atonement, it will begin this evening, which I'm actually excited for. The Wizard of Oz. We're off to see the Wizard, the Wonderful Witch. Hey, okay. 7 days. I'm about to go down a yellow brick road. Do it too. If this came across for you at this time, do it too. 7 days of atonement. The verse is Leviticus chapter. Listen, this is what you do. Zechariah chapter 3, verse 7. Read that first. And then what goes with that? As soon as you're done, Leviticus chapter 8, verse 33 through 36. 7 days of consecration. That's my fast that I'm doing. The Lord Yahweh gonna provide. I can't worry about, oh, what if I can't do this? Oh, I wanted to use this card because that debit card got this type of energy. Yahweh know that. He wouldn't have told me to do that today if he didn't know all that. It says learn magic for good. I know what I'm about to do, this 7 days of atonement, and do this water fast. That's magic, y'all. I'm about to have a whole new body. I've got tea already. I've got everything I need. The name Merlin may be significant to someone, or Monroe may be significant. Someone's very smart and can be a teacher or is a teacher. All right. Merlin could be a magic teacher. MM could be significant. 828, those numbers could be significant to someone. It says karmic completion, y'all. That means we're about to be done with this karmic cycle. Praise Yahweh. This is why I'm getting ready to do this magic trick real quick. Change up some shit on their asses. We're going to be done. Love, change is good. I just said that, y'all. Change is good. It's a beautiful thing. End of cycle. All right. Then we have need your wisdom, thirsty. All right. Somebody needs somebody's wisdom. This could be the Wizard of Oz, smart, the teacher. Okay. So somebody could be needing some of your knowledge. Give it to them. Don't be afraid to speak on what you know. If you know, especially if you know what's right, please let them know. 111, support your truth. You could be getting that number a lot, but you are the truth and you have some truth to be revealed. Somebody needs it. Somebody needs it. You're obviously a truth. You're a wizard. You know stuff. Tell them. Dodge Charger in red could be significant. If you see a Dodge Charger, that's in support of you as well. A Dodge Charger is in support of the truth, especially the color red. We also got red here, remember, as the mailman. Mailman got to do his job. Red is peace. Peace, support, and truth. Let her cook. Nuclear. Isaiah 9:11. Isaiah 9:11, let me tell you, I don't even fully understand that script myself, but somebody else might. And it comes with this. Nuclear is the brain, y'all. Change up them foods fast. and watch her cook. Bitch gonna come out killing shit. Literally. All up here. They don't even know how powerful the mind is. They go out and build weapons. I didn't tell you to do that. Somebody is fed up. The numbers 88 can be specific. Mercury can be specific to somebody. But somebody is fed the fuck up. And something is getting ready to happen. Something is getting ready to happen. Nuclear. We are in a war, remember? Remember we in a war? Something is getting ready to happen. And it ain't gonna be nothing that anybody can do about it. It says thing 1 and thing 2. We got a rich wheel out here. It could be somebody trying to get rich off of somebody's wheel. It could be 2 people involved. The number 11 or a parallel street can be significant. Doppelganger, somebody that looks like you. These could be a pair of L's. Some people working in a team. All right. Usually 2 is better than 1 normally, but 2 heads ain't better than 1. Like Zach and Wheezy type shit. No. However, you got 2 hands, but this don't need to know what the fuck this doing. But if you know on your back end what's right is right and wrong is wrong, them scales gonna come out balanced. Somebody is in a spiritual madness again. They really in a spiritual madness now. Like really. It could be these people with this rich wheel. Because they so used to stealing shit, they needing more wisdom from the creator. They thirsty for the wisdom. They don't even know what to do now. They fucking going into damn spiritual madness. They doing the same thing, attacking you through food. Okay? Spiritual madness. All of that is are we fed up with that shit? We fed up. We fed up with the same shit. Now that they getting uncovered on what they doing, let her cook. Let him cook. Him, whoever is watching, let him cook. Civil, y'all. A son and a mother. 1724 as I looked at the clock. A mother and a God. A God is a mother. A son is a God. We all are gods. But somebody, a mother and a son, is getting ready to come into alignment and come into an agreement of some sort because it's going to make sense. You may be seeing a Honda Accord. Someone may have a Honda Accord. Also, if you see these type of cars, Dodge Charger, red, Honda Accords, these are confirmations from the spirit on things that we talk about. All right. Genesis, day 4. Very real, it says. Go look at Genesis, day 4. This starts at Genesis chapter 1, verse 9 through 13. This could be significant for somebody as well. So when I told you to fast, don't be nervous. Somebody may smoke weed. God is real, not fake. Go read Genesis chapter 1, verse 9 through 13. You all right? You see, we're in a spiritual war. It matters where you getting your shit from. That energy that be tied on to your shit on your bag when you come in the house or whatever, you got to let that shit go. You got to change up. Where you getting your food from, where you getting your seeds from. So your fruit, you can eat it. You hear what I'm saying? We got, don't eat it yet, y'all. That's what I'm saying. We are in a spiritual war. So somewhere where we're shopping or buying our food from, don't eat it yet, all right? If you don't have a choice, let's say you do go to the grocery store, you get you some items. Y'all, burn the bags. I have a fire pit outside my backyard that I'm able to burn small items in by the grace of God. I do have that. Some of you may not. Y'all burn 1-2 bags at a time. You don't have nothing to help fire it, use WD-40. My Auntie Tina, my spiritual Aunt Tina, I don't know how I got her damn can of WD-40, but I do. And that helps burn. So does alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Just put a little bit on it. Because sometimes things be in resistance to burn. Y'all, they're going to smell it all the way from miles away. These entities will smell the energy burning miles away. And they're upset. That's fine. That's why you need to make sure you have a protection ritual. A protection ritual, put a little bit of salt in your bath. Take a bath, put a little salt in there. A little salt and a hand cup of bleach. Just a top full. And you're not going to sit in it no longer than 7-8 minutes. Okay. It also says cut cording. We got 618 on here again on this card. 618. Somebody could have a tether to their mother. This could be a negative tether. This would just mean that you and your mother's energy needs some cleaning. We did have mother and son here too. So, and a son doesn't always have to be a man. A son of God is not always a boy just because it says son. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, is the word daughter in the fucking... I know princess is in there, where Abraham will get his princess. But I'll have to look into that. So y'all, when you do get back from the store, before you eat your chips or whatever, before you cook or whatever, y'all burn that bag of shit. We don't want that shit tied to us. Rice could be significant for somebody. I know I got some rice, actually. Wow. That I am gonna make some fried rice. So I just got it sitting in the refrigerator. Archangel EB, Paul 347 came out again. This could be Archangel Eb. The word Eb, it holds very heavy energy. It means to disappear, to deteriorate. I have the book here of synonyms of what it means. You know, you can always look it up yourself. But however, that's the archangel that we have. This could also be an archangel interference. This could be, yes, an archangel interference. Arch has a lot to do with your brain. This could also mean with the nuclear, 9/11. We also had Isaiah 9/11. So this just means that somebody has an interference with what's going on. I do know 828 is very significant with Archangel Eb. So we could just have a little bit of interference. But however, we have somebody who's fed up. We got somebody who's nuclear and fed up. So we'll see how that goes. Action! Consecration of the Ram. Praise Yahweh. Y'all, we've been getting this card every day, and I could not figure out why. That's why. It's time for me to go in consecration. It's time for me to do my 7 days of atonement. And I am. I will not be leaving the tabernacle for 7 days. Praise Yahweh. I'm going to be in here with y'all. I'm going to do whatever the Lord tells me to do. Whoever the Lord sends my way, the Lord will send my way, and it will be right on time. Nothing is ever too late. In the name of the Most High God. Y'all, we got this again. Some cousins need our help in prison. We got to do the 7 days of atonement. If you getting this message today, you need to do that 7 days of atonement. That Leviticus chapter that I gave in the beginning. Y'all do it. And watch the power that God does in 7 days. Okay? Those people in that spiritual madness, they need to let this shit go. They need to let this shit go because they're going to get fucked up, respectfully, okay? If I do, my curse words come from the Most High, okay? Balance is needed. You feel me? I had people come try to curse me. Then I'm about to give a damn. All right? Sorry. Have y'all ever played that game? Huh? Have y'all played that game? Sorry. It says curse word. Y'all. I can't make this shit up. It says curse word. Chess move, baby. Board game. Didn't I just say balance is needed? I know I just made my move 24-24 as I look on the clock. My move has been made. The queen is moved. And I know I'm protected. The king always protects the queen. The king of Israel is Yahweh. I am protected by the Most High. I hope that this reading was fucking useful for y'all because this motherfucker was on fire for me. I am so grateful for it. Thank you so much, God, for every answer that we received today.